I love this. All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. This is Brandon here coming to you with another reaction to Victorious. Really enjoying this show still. We're well into season 3, which some of you all have told me that there's actually 4 seasons, but where I'm watching them, it makes it look like there's only 3, but I think this is still season 3. This episode is called Tori and Jade's Playdate. I don't know what that's about. Actually, I clicked on a random point in the episode and I see here, it looks like they're in the black box, and you've got Psychowitz here, which, you know, haven't seen Psychowitz in a little while. I don't know if we're going to have any potential firings on this episode. He's kind of known for that on this channel in this show. But we've got Psychowitz, and I see Beck and Andre and Jade here doing some sort of acting scene. I don't know anything more than that. I try to avoid learning about the episodes beforehand so that all of my reactions are 100% authentic. I think that's really important. But for those of you who don't know, I did work for 2 years of my career as an assistant principal at an arts high school, exactly like Hollywood Arts. It's really crazy how similar it was, but I can't wait to get into this episode here with you today. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you know what to do. Please click the button below to subscribe. And I mentioned that every time simply because there are a lot of people who watch these every week, particularly Victorious and SpongeBob, and they're not subscribed, but they keep watching every single week. So you might as well subscribe to the channel. It helps me to continue to produce this content that you enjoy. Let's go ahead and get into the episode. Here we go.
Good morning, little mutants.
At least he's there on time, I guess. I heard the bell ring and he walks in. That's not a potential firing, but that's not great. Psychowitz, that's cutting it a bit close.
We're going to do an acting exercise about giving bad news.
Why?
Okay.
To teach you that acting often involves making choices about how to say things.
And he's barefoot. I noticed that. I've seen him wear shoes a couple of times. It's funny now that I've gotten so deep into this show. When I see him wearing shoes, that's almost like more jarring than seeing him barefoot.
How do you give someone bad news and make it seem not so bad?
By telling them in a language they don't understand.
Cat. Oh, Cat. What in the world? Although I will say this answer from her, although it's completely ridiculous, and I see Robbie pointing at it, it makes more sense than what she usually says.
No, Cat. Just come up on stage here. Robbie, you two. Up.
Okay.
Everybody, this is Tanner, a young boy who lives next door to me.
And it's not completely unrealistic that this kid could possibly come as a guest as long as his parents were okay with it, as long as he's there for a legitimate reason as a visitor. I'm not sure why that would be. It would also be somewhat inappropriate for him to be there without his parents. I'm going to assume right now that maybe his parents are there. He needs to watch it with the contact. He had his hand on his head and he's kind of leading him here, even though this kid may not be a student at the school. So far, I think we're generally okay. Let's keep going and see what happens here.
All right, Cat and Robbie, here's a card with some random bad news for you to give to Tanner.
Got it.
Okay.
Good. Now, improvise a scene where you have to give Tanner that bad news in a way that doesn't upset him.
And I thought at first he was going to say, like, give the bad news, but with a really, like, happy disposition. He does stuff like that quite a lot. But no, I'm not sure where he's going with this on this one.
1 second.
Okay.
This kind of news is always hard to tell someone.
Okay.
Really hope it doesn't break your heart.
All right. I really like that they're actually using their real voices. I used to always sort of get annoyed. I still do. It shows in movies, even when I'm watching stuff that is not for this YouTube channel, when it's all very obviously fake. I respect it somewhat if they like try to get the person to at least hold an instrument correctly, etc., where it sort of looks real even though it isn't. But a lot of shows and movies, they don't care. They're just like do the stupidest stuff in an attempt to fake playing an instrument or fake sing. But here, these are their real voices. Now, I don't know if Robbie is actually playing guitar here, or maybe he's strumming, but they dub over it or something. I don't know. But this is their voice. It's not bad. It really isn't.
But somebody ran.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, I saw Robbie's left hand. He's not playing here, I don't believe, but they're really singing. That's good enough for me.
Somebody ran over your go-kart.
And it's funny because, you know, the sound and the singing and just the way the melody is, and there's a little harmony part there, sounds very positive and sort of comforting in a weird way, like you might be sitting around a campfire singing this, but it's about somebody running over your go-kart. It's pretty funny.
And it got crushed!
It's unfixable!
Not bad. That's pretty good, actually. I can't wait to see if Psychowitz will approve here.
See? The boy is smiling.
Yeah, that was really cool. You guys just made that song up right now?
Yep, we
Yeah.
do.
And now, Tanner, this is for you.
But
Oh, because Psychowitz ran it over. Oh, man. So he, like, used this as an excuse to not make it seem so bad for this kid that really did have his go-kart ran over. I'm not going to say that's a potential firing. This is more Psychowitz's personal business and doesn't really affect the students so much. But this poor kid, that's awful. Psychowitz, that's awful.
my go-kart!
Sorry, at night your parents' driveway looks a lot like mine.
Ooh.
Now off you go. There you go. Scooch along. There's the door.
And it's not a potential firing. It's just really awful behavior. Psychowitz, this is really awful.
You really ran over the boy's go-kart?
3 times. I thought it was a raccoon. Take your seats.
The only issue I could really see here that would maybe get him a little bit in trouble is the fact that he used this acting class to help him on some sort of personal level, but you could probably argue this is still within the course standards. This is still teaching the kids something. This is a legitimate exercise. Yes, I used it for personal gain in a weird sort of way, but this would be more of a discussion with the principal, maybe not a potential firing.
Now let's talk about the new play I'm directing.
Okay.
Do I get to star in it?
This time, you people will choose your own roles.
Ooh, is it going to be random? That's kind of crazy. I do remember in the episode where Tori gets a lead role and Jade gets really, really jealous of it and even sort of tries to sabotage her. I remember there were quite a few potential suspensions on that episode. Jade did really care about whether or not she starred in it. I remember that vividly, but apparently maybe he's going to do it randomly by just drawing names out of a hat or out of this cardboard box. This ought to be pretty interesting.
Andre, pick a role.
Tommy, 10-year-old identical twin brother of Carter.
Carter, 10-year-old identical twin brother of Tommy.
Nancy, loving wife of astronaut Walter Swain.
Astronaut Walter Swain, husband of Nancy. I'll just pick another card.
No! My box has spoken.
I'm guessing they're not going to be too thrilled with this. I don't see this happen often. I can't really say I've never seen it before where you have these kind of interesting role combinations, but I don't see it a lot. Most theater directors I know would try to cast students that made sense as far as making it seem as authentic as possible.
I think I just heard something moving there with the go-kart parts.
Okay, now it's so funny. I didn't give him a potential firing for the whole, like, song bit, but this is going to get him a potential firing. Because think about it, Psychowitz brought this box in. He himself brought this box into the classroom, and a raccoon climbing out of it, that's dangerous, and that's a potential firing, Psychowitz.
Hey.
I love how, I don't know if you heard that, but they always put like little sounds of people like doing scales. It sounded like a very fake electronically generated trombone or baritone. It sounded like a euphonium, actually. To me anyway, and it was like, you know, that is very authentic. People playing scales randomly and carrying instruments around. Whoever designed this show has had some experience with an arts high school in real life.
Hey, you guys, can you do me a big favor? Okay, see, I borrowed Beck's car because I needed to take my grandma to the doctor. When I took a sharp left, a cup of grandma spilled all over the front seat. I just want you to tell Beck what happened.
I'll fetch my guitar.
Hi,
Hey guys, we have a song.
for you.
Hey, Mr. Beck.
Your life's going swell.
Now here's some news.
That's not so fun to tell.
Now Andre'd like to thank you for the use of your car.
But something icky happened and it's kind of bizarre.
I don't think Robbie is playing here, but like I said before, I respect at least people trying to make it seem like it's realistic. His left hand is moving when the chords change. If you look at it, I don't think he's actually playing, because sometimes his fingers are different, like for the same exact chord. But, you know, kudos to the producers for at least making it look real.
In a clear plastic cup.
Andre put it in your car, then he started it up. Now comes the bad part.
I love this. I love this song.
He was on his way to the doctor and he took a sharp turn.
The cup fell over and spilled all the urine.
Oh my goodness.
64 plus 9 equals 73.
But please don't feel bad now that your car smells like pee.
She threw that, you know, little math fact in there just to make it rhyme. That's pretty good.
Well, I'm not thrilled about the urine in my car, but I liked your song, so I'm okay with it.
I guess that little technique worked. I guess they learned something in Psychowitz's class. Okay, here we
What's
go.
wrong, Mom?
You seem awful upset.
Don't you understand? Your father's an astronaut. It's his dream to walk on the moon, but now that might never happen because of his narcolepsy.
What's narcolepsy?
It's when you're always falling asleep, even when you're not tired.
These kids are good actresses. I mean, they really are. And it's, again, they're actors playing a character. But I remember Andre and Beck are supposed to be like 10-year-olds, and she's their mom. They're doing a good job acting it here.
Car door sound effect.
I just heard your father's car. Now, boys, no matter how narcoleptic he is, you pretend you don't notice.
So weird. No matter how narcoleptic he is. And I noticed that Beck asked, what's narcolepsy? And so if you're watching the show and you don't know what that is, it almost sounds like, you know, he's going to be abusive or something like that. But narcolepsy is a disorder, of course, where you kind of fall asleep randomly, from what I understand. But if you don't know that, you might think that he's going to come in and hit someone or something like that.
Nancy? Boys?
What?
I'm home.
Hi, honey.
Hey, Dad.
Hi there, Dad.
Oh, hello, Carl.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens with narcolepsy, as I understand it.
You're so good. How can you love a sleepy loser like me?
You're no sleepy loser.
Is that kid eating a bell pepper? What in the world?
I love you.
I love you.
No you don't. Light a candle, Burf. This play stinks.
I don't have a candle.
You girls are ruining this play. You two aren't getting any better at playing a believable husband and wife. Burf, be quiet!
And I think he's putting a little too much pressure on them, especially because he knows the issues that they have had with one another. And you got to remember also, this is not like a professional theater. If this were a professional theater and they were getting paid, yeah, he could say, you guys need to get it together. I don't care about your issues. You guys need to act this scene and you need to do it well. But they're high school students with parents that are not going to approve of all this pressure on them and intentionally putting them in a situation where it's going to cause undue stress and tension, because Tori and Jade, they do not like each other very much. I would say that Jade pretty much hates Tori's guts. I don't know if Tori necessarily feels the same way, but I know she doesn't like her that much. Deliberately pushing this issue would really not be allowed. Is it a potential firing? Right now, no, but I think in real life, the parents would probably say something, and the principal would probably call Psychowitz into his office and just say, just redo the roles. Just don't cast them as these characters. It's fine for them to be in the play together and interact. They need to be able to do that. They need to be able to put their issues to the side. But I think in this situation, it would be more appropriate to just cast the roles differently. And I said earlier that a lot of theater directors will cast the roles in a little bit more of an authentic way, where the students themselves better match the characters that they're playing.
You girls meet me for dinner at Nozu tonight, 7 p.m.
I don't want to go.
Nozu!
Why you can't?
Oh,
At least let us.
see you both at Nozu at 7 p.m.
Oh my goodness, that was sort of weird. And I wasn't sure, did he say to meet him at the restaurant? Is that what he said? I'm not sure how this is going to go or if he's going to get himself in trouble, but let's just keep going for now.
Don't mean to make you feel sad, but sometimes you smell really bad.
And they've got to watch it. They've got to watch it with this almost like emotional manipulation. So as long as it's positive, you know, if it's positive and kind of upbeat emotionally, I think they're fine doing this kind of thing, but they've got to watch it. If there's any harm or trouble that comes directly from this or is influenced by this, they could get themselves in a little bit of trouble, but probably not. Hopefully not. Let's just keep going and see what comes from this.
Wow, I'm bummed that people think I smell. But good song.
Yeah, see, they've got to watch it. Again, if this kid starts to have an issue or does something as a result of this, there may be some conversations that may need to be had.
Iced green tea.
Thanks.
And is this the restaurant from Andre's Horrible Girl, I'm wondering? I do remember this sushi restaurant. I don't know if it's the same one. It looks like the same one. I don't remember the name of it exactly, but it seems to be the same one. I wonder if the owner will be in this scene.
What makes green tea green?
Ah, ancient Japanese secret.
Come on, you can tell me.
I just did. That's the brand of green tea we use.
That's pretty good. Yeah, so I wasn't sure at first if he said that he was going to meet them there, but that plus this little stunt he just pulled, that's a potential firing, Sikowitz. You cannot do that. There's really no reason for him to meet them for dinner. Not to say that he's necessarily going to be doing anything inappropriate during this dinner, but that opens you up to all sorts of accusations of unprofessionalism. It's not exactly ethical to do that, so that could get him a potential firing on its own, but then sneaking up behind her and deliberately scaring her like this probably adds to it. So we're just going to wrap both of these into one potential firing. Let's keep going.
Hey, I'm here. Why?
Because you two need to learn to play a husband and wife believably.
What does that have to do with sushi?
Listen, I once did a show where I had to play a man in great pain. So to prepare, I threw myself down a flight of stairs. You wouldn't believe how many times I hit my head.
And you know, I get it. If you have acting experience out there, you may be thinking, he just doesn't get it. He doesn't get like you have to get into character. I understand that, but you have to remember what Sikowitz did. I mean, I don't condone him hurting himself like that, but I at least on some level understand he's trying to get into character, and he was in the professional acting world. These, remember, are high school students, and regardless if they're in an art school where they're focusing on perfecting their art or whatever, in this case, theater arts, they're still high school students, and there's still many, many things that you just can't ask high school students to do. And I think we may be heading for another potential firing here, but let's just keep watching.
To prepare for your roles, you two must date. So, have fun.
And look, I'm going to assume that he just means like eat dinner at this restaurant. I'm assuming that's what he's getting at, like get used to dealing with each other because of all the tension that Tori and Jade have had. Acting in a scene together, I think in any capacity would be more difficult than just two random people. But Sikowitz, you cannot say that to them regardless of whether it's an acting exercise or not. I think their parents would have a real issue with that. So that's yet another potential firing, Sikowitz. You're not going to be able to get away with saying that to them, even if you later come back, if you get called into the principal's office with the parents, Tori or Jade's parents, who would very likely come up to the school and complain about this, you're not going to be able to get away with it by saying, it was just an acting exercise. The parents are going to have a real issue with that, Sikowitz, so that's another potential firing. You can't do that.
He's not gonna know when we leave.
Oh, yes, he gonna. I have two spies watching you. St. and Burf.
That's going to be another potential firing, Sikowitz. Sometimes I kind of wrap things in and say, okay, we're just going to do one potential firing for all these different things. Not in this case, because you've got, number one, another element on top of this little meeting here, let's call it, that Sikowitz has arranged. And Tori and Jade's parents are going to be absolutely incensed. Sikowitz would lose his job over this 100%, because not only did he put them in a situation after hours that they felt uncomfortable with, but you've got these two people spying on them, and I don't think Sinjin and this other kid's parents are going to be happy about that as well, that he put them up to spying on some other kids in the sushi restaurant as part of a school thing. That's totally inappropriate, and he's getting another potential firing for this.
We want to hear a little songy song action.
They want to hear a little songy song action.
I don't know what that is. Songy song. I've never heard that in my life.
I'll sing you a song. Hey, DJ.
Your break's over.
I love the Pear laptop. That's pretty good.
T305.
Okay.
Ask me for my number, yeah, you put me on the spot. You think that we should hook up, but I think that we should not. You had me.
So I've seen this in a lot of shows, and as you know, with these songs at the end, I have to be careful due to copyright, so I have to cut much of it out. And I did skip some of the antics there where they were just dealing with each other pretty much at this restaurant away from the school. But I've seen many times where you have two characters or two groups that are at odds with each other, but they have a common thing that in this case is kind of annoying them. These two guys that came up to them, and it sort of brings them together in a weird way because they're both kind of annoyed by the same thing, and now they're singing this song. And I'm betting that this would kind of help them act their parts. Again, I've already spoken about that, about how that probably would not happen in real life with what Sikowitz had set up. But now they come together with this, I guess, common enemy, I guess you could say, with this song here at the end.
Hello, then you opened up your mouth, and that
What was that dancing? These guys are so weird.
is when it started going south. Oh, before I punch you in the lips, stop you staring at
Before I punch you. They have a song with a thread in it. They got to watch it on that.
I think you could use a mint. Take a hint, take a hint.
What? All right, so I'm curious as to how their acting goes here. Apparently, we're back at the school.
You're so good, gentle. How can you love a sleepy loser like me?
You are no sleepy loser. You're an astronaut.
I love you.
I love you.
Okay, all right. Well, I see Sikowitz over there smiling, and he has shoes on. I guess he only puts shoes on for special occasions. Maybe that's it. But yeah, they were able to act the scene, I guess, to Sikowitz's satisfaction. I still don't approve of his methods, and he's still getting some potential firings in this episode, as you've seen. But let's keep going and see how this ends. The curtain call. There's the guys from the restaurant are there as well. That's pretty funny.
It's them. It's them. What do we do?
This is so weird. So weird.
Run! Run, Nancy!
Yes, Walter.
My goodness. All right, well, that's the episode. I really enjoyed that one. That one was pretty funny. Kind of an unusual scenario. I don't think the casting decisions would probably happen too much in real life, particularly in high school. But pretty funny, pretty enjoyable episode nonetheless. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I'm always interested to read your comments down below, which I do read. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Subscribe down below, especially if you watch these Victorious reactions week after week. Many of you tell me that you like tuning in every Tuesday when it's published to watch my reaction to Victorious. So do subscribe if you're not a subscriber to the channel. I'm going to leave the video here, though. I hope to see you on my next video here on School Principal Reacts. And as always, thanks for watching.